Say you have a prompt in front of you. You've chosen your topic, you're staring at a blank screen, and you have to fill it up with your assignment. How do you go from the starting line to the finish line? Sometimes people can just sit down and write a paper, but even your well-practiced and highly educated instructors won't create a good essay without some careful planning ahead of time and editing afterward. You can trade off. Less planning ahead of time means more editing later, or more planning can keep you from needing to edit as much later. You might be able to write a short essay without an outline and just keep the thoughts straight in your head. That's almost impossible to do with a longer essay like your research paper. Actually creating an outline can help you think about the arrangement of your ideas, whether their order is the most effective, and makes logical sense. It can show you how your ideas fit together so you can make sure that you adhere to your thesis and weed out any of those ideas that don't quite fit in. An outline can also help you keep back on track if you're easily distracted, or maybe if you have to fit your schoolwork into small pieces of time between other obligations. Finally, having an outline is a good defense against writer's block. You know what you need to get down in what order, so you can just follow the next step in your program instead of wondering what to do. The outline can also help with writer's block, and knowing that what order things will go in eventually makes it easier to write them out of order, so you can start with whatever section you're most ready to write, and later fit it into the essay where you've decided it belongs. So let's look at how to go from the topic to idea generating to organizing our ideas. This is a sample from our old textbook. Our student Michael's writing an essay on illegal immigration. He's chosen to use the free writing strategy for generating his ideas, so he sat down and he kept writing until he got his ideas down. This is not a good essay by itself. It does contain some good ideas as jumping off points. So let's see how we can make this from just an exploration into an actual essay. So I took the ideas in Michael's free write and I put them into a bulleted list. Now we have ideas that Michael can write about, but that's still not organized. So we need to sort it out. I like to use Microsoft Word for this because you can create headings and just drag and drop your bullet points until they look well sorted out to you. In this case, we can determine we're looking at 4 basic areas: personal experiences involving immigrants, the qualities Michael perceives immigrants to have, questions he has about immigrants' role in society, and some possible problems with proposed solutions to illegal immigration. How he's going to use and organize this information might change depending on what kind of essay he's been required to write. If he has to write an argument, he might propose that we grant immigrants work visas in order for them to fulfill the functions he sees them having, and because his perception of immigrants is overall positive. If he's exploring this topic, he may want to focus more on answering the questions he has about the economy and how illegal immigration affects it. He could also focus on just one of these thoughts. For example, maybe he wants to explain why he thinks the proposal to build a wall would not work out. Now, the only way to generate ideas is not a free write. Here's another example. This is an idea map. Michael puts his topic, illegal immigration, in the center. He draws branches for the different ideas he has on the topic. Some of you might like to do a free write because it's linear and you can just sit there and write it out. But a lot of students are more visual and they like the way that idea mapping shows the relationships between the different ideas. The other good thing about idea maps is that it builds in some organization. So now we don't have to decide what categories we have because we've already decided which categories things are in. We have specific arguments in favor of hiring illegal immigrants, arguments against, Michael's memory of illegal encounters with illegal immigrants, and possible solutions to the immigration problem that he's heard of. So we can take each of those main branches of the idea map and make them our section headings, and we also have a list of ideas here. So let's say for the sake of this example, so we don't have to change it too much, that Michael just needs to discuss illegal immigration. He doesn't have to make a particular kind of argument or proposal for this assignment. The next thing we want to do is organize these thoughts into some sort of logical order. So we have different sections, but now we need to put them in some kind of arrangement. Usually, the best introduction to this topic would be Michael's memories. They're not logical, they won't support an argument, but they do a good job of introducing readers to the concept by providing some specific experiences. We do want to end that introduction with a thesis. We've decided this paper is just exploratory, so it's informative. We don't have a clear argument. So our thesis in this case needs to give this as an exploration of both the benefits, drawbacks, and possible solutions. So basically it's just saying here are some things that are the situation without expressing a value judgment, without suggesting an action. Now when I poll my classes on what should go next, we usually agree that arguments in favor of hiring illegal immigrants comes next. Michael's personal experiences were very positive, so it makes sense that he'd move from positive experiences to positive results of illegal immigrants working. After we've given those positive reasons, then we can agree it makes sense to state the converse, to state the problems with hiring illegal immigrants. So we're going to put that next. And then, of course, last we have the possible solutions. Some of these items are supported more by his paragraph on problems. So deporting illegal immigrants would be a result of the problems with hiring them, whereas some of these possible solutions, like providing citizenship, would be solutions that align more with our reasons that hiring illegal immigrants is positive. If he were doing a pro-con style essay, maybe he might want to divide these solutions up. So he might want to talk about good things about hiring illegal immigrants, positive solutions, and then bad things about hiring them, and then negative solutions. But in this case, he's just exploring, so we're going to include these all together. You notice that we've used up Michael's ideas. We still need a conclusion. The conclusion answers the so what question. Michael didn't really know where he was going until we organized this argument for him, so we have to answer that. In this case, we might want to ask why it's important to discuss the topic itself, as well as why it's important to discuss the topic in the particular way we've chosen. So, for one, illegal immigration is a popular, even overdone topic. Any of us could explain why it's an important issue right now, why we want to discuss it. Further, we need to explain why we chose an exploration of the issue from multiple sides that doesn't reach a clear conclusion. Some reasons that we might give for that are that looking at both sides helps give you a big picture, or that understanding a complex issue can help people understand why coming to an actual firm solution isn't easier to do. There are, of course, other ways to come up with an outline. Sometimes you're given a blank outline to fill in by your instructor, or maybe you're given a sample outline for the type of assignment you're writing that you can mimic. You usually have some kind of prompt, so you can put the instructions from the prompt down in an outline form and then replace those instructions with your own content. So if the prompt says your introduction should provide context, then you can put introduction, context, and then you can find whatever context there is for your topic and then replace context with that specific information. No matter how you go about it, creating an outline is a very important step in the writing process. It can significantly improve both your writing and the final paper. Sometimes your instructors will require an outline, like I am doing for this assignment. Some of your times your instructors will not require an outline, but that doesn't mean that you still shouldn't do one, because it really can help you organize your thoughts and keep you going when you get stuck.